Well, yeah, I mean, look, we spoke about experimenting with a few guys going up and down the order, and we have to try, a few things because you can't, if you go to play against India, you know that, there's going to be one pattern that's going to be followed. So people can prepare. Once we start playing like this and we get more confident in the roles that we're given, then we can be more unpredictable, and the kind of talent that we have in the side, if we can be unpredictable as well, then that becomes a lethal combination. Then teams will find it difficult to set a pattern against us, and we'll always stay ahead of the game, and or at least try to, and more often than not we'll end up executing those things. But it's important to embrace that change, and the guys have done it, and some guys will perform, some guys won't, and that goes in limited overs cricket anyway. So it's not a alarming thing for us. We'll keep doing these things in future as well before we reach the World Cup. Well, these guys were brilliant, I thought, all three of them. Akshar, being a conventional spinner as well, the way he varied his pace, I think was outstanding. He never let the batsman get on top of him, and that's a remarkable thing when you don't have any variation in your bowling and still you don't let guys score. I think his height really helps him getting that extra bounce, and people and the extra pace he can generate. He's got a very strong shoulder, so people find it difficult to sweep him. Kuldeep and Chahal, obviously wrist spinners, will always keep you in the game. So I certainly felt that this, all three of them were pretty spot on with attacking all the time, and it really helped us get those crucial wickets in the middle overs. As at the same time, it helped us control the run rate as well. So see, you might see changes in the bowling attack here and there every now and then, but these guys have grabbed their opportunity really well, and it's going to be a challenge among all the spinners and all the bowlers that are going to be in the part of that bigger group to make it to that 2019 World Cup, because as I said, we don't want to be predictable in any way, and we want to have an X factor if possible in the bowling attack as well. Well, Jasprit, obviously he's been our most effective short format bowler in the last 18 months or so, and he's really worked on his bowling a lot, especially the way his length ball has picked up more pace is something that's very heartening to see, and it never lets the batsman get settled, because it's not only about Yorkers and slower balls anymore. He can bowl a good length ball and nick you off as well, which I think is the biggest improvement in his bowling, and that's credit to him for shaping his game in that way. Getting a Man of the Series award in subcontinent as a fast bowler, it's always a great thing to achieve. And yeah, he bowled in really good areas, and he got the results as well. So he deserves to be the Man of the Series. I hope he can continue the same way against Australia. As far as I go, I only look to perform as much as I can for the team. Again, these things are something that keep happening in your career as you go along, and you don't target these things, but yeah, those stat windows are hard to neglect, because they pop up everywhere after you achieve something. So it's an honor for me to pass someone or equal someone like Ricky Ponting, and that's not something that you aim for, but obviously he's a great player, and as batsmen we all respect what these legends have done, and it feels nice to have equaled one. And yeah, as you said, the great man is quite a bit away. That's going to take a hell of an effort. Again, I'm not thinking about that. For me, it's all about performing for the team whenever I can. Even if it's a 90 not out and the team gets across the line, it's good enough for me.